Good morning, guys. Welcome to my channel. This is High Elevation, where we bringing you real stories. We're elevating, we're healing. So a like costs you nothing, a subscribe costs you nothing. All of these things are free, but it is also a choice. You're not being forced. Okay. So like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you like authentic people. I can only be myself. I don't know how to be nobody else. It's hard being me. So, let's get into it. I have this story that I wanted to share with you guys. Because it's been on my heart this morning. So, someone needs to hear it, right? So, I was dating this guy. And I thought this was my person. Like, oh my God. Everything about this dude was A1, top tier. It was what I thought my soul needed, right? Go with me. I need y'all to pay attention to what I'm saying, right? It was what I thought my soul needed. I mean, we were on the right track. We were dating. We were courting. We were, flirtatious. We were, just loving on each other. The representatives that come in and the honeymoon stage and, all of that good stuff. And we did all of that, right? And it was a beautiful thing. Like, I was so head over heels. And the representative that this man portrayed to be was head over heels too. Like, this man was extremely in love with me. We were making plans. I'm talking about big plans. I'm talking about wedding. I'm talking about baby. I'm talking about businesses. I'm talking about, like, we were really, trying to build something together. So, of course, me being a Scorpio and me being from the background that I have, that I'm a foster kid. I come from a big family. I was birthed into a big family, but just never had that. So I go for that. So if you're all for let's build, let's really do some things, I'm for that. I'm that one. I felt like God designed me to be a wife. I wasn't designed to be somebody's girlfriend. So it's kind of hard for me to play house, right? So this is why we're getting into it. We're like, and I'm feeling like he wants the same thing, because this is what his representative is portraying to me, that this is his intentions, that his intentions are well, right? So again, here I go. One thing I want my people to understand is, when you notice red flags, again, we have to stop ignoring them, right? And then at the end of the relationship, we're like, woe is me. No, it's called accountability, poor decision making. Let's be real here. What choices that led up to this failed relationship? We can't just constantly say, oh, it was the other person, because that's not necessarily the truth. It was our poor decision making, right? It was our using our discernment, really trusting ourselves and our decisions. And sometimes those decisions aren't the best decisions. Going forward, fast forward, we're in a relationship, boom. We done moved in together, things is sweet, everything's copacetic, Now, I'm the type of woman, I've paid my bills my entire life by myself, right? Without a man in the household. I've been a single mother. My oldest is almost 30 years old, okay? So I've been doing this alone. So when this man moved into my home, I was struggling, right? My ego, I was struggling with the idea of allowing him to take over half of the bills. Now go with me. Yes, it's 50-50, this and that. People say this, people say that. Yeah, but I was okay with him. At first, I wasn't okay with him taking over my bills, because I'm like, oh my God, well, what if he missed a payment? I was so used to surviving. I was so used to being a certain way. So I can't let this man come in and tear up my household, everything, and I have already organized a certain way, right? So I'm like, okay, but if I'm trying to work on it now, this is my subconscious and my conscious playing in my head. Well, if you're trying to work on it, you want to give it, and I'm sure some of my people do this too. You guys do this a lot, where we go back and forth with our better self. Well, if you really want to put the work in, and you really want to, you really want this to work, then you have to compromise. I didn't say compromise to be a damn fool. I said to compromise, right? So I'm like, damn. All right, so boom. I ended up splitting the bills with him. Fast forward, this man was not paying the bills that I gave him, what ultimately led to my electric being cut off. This man had over $8,000 worth of equipment in his truck that he wanted to lace his truck with speakers and round sounds and all of this exclusive stereo system stuff, and me and my children are sitting in this house in the dark, and our food is spoiling in the refrigerator because I allowed this representative to come into my home, convince me that he was something he was not, that he wanted to build with me, and now I'm sitting here looking like a damn fool, right? When I should have listened, right? Red flags showed me. Anytime you have to question something and think about it twice, then you already know the answer to it. So now what am I do? Oh no, now it's get back. So he took my car to work that morning. So I go in his truck and I take everything out his truck that's worth something. Right? And I put it on eBay. And I put it on OfferUp. And I sell it. Because what we ain't going to do is we not going to sit here and play with me and mine. We going to get some electric around here. So he had not paid the bill the entire time that we were together. So it was too high for me to pay it down, right? So I go and cop a generator. I go and cop some food. I go and cop some gas. I bet you we had lights. I bet you my kids ate. Was he angry? Absolutely. $7,000, $8,000 worth of music equipment that's supposed to go and get installed in your truck? I would have been pissed too. But I was even more madder that you came in my home, you sold me a dream, you left me and my kids to stand in the dark while you tussy footed your ass right on to work. And you thought that I was going to be okay with that. You were okay with thinking that I was a sucker, right? So this is the energy that I'm coming in, guys, right? So boom, he's upset. I guess we hadn't been talking for days. Like he was livid. You hear me? More so, his own right. I went in his truck, I took his shit, I sold it. That way me and my kids had. I wasn't going without. My kids wasn't going. I could have controlled the narrative. I allowed you in. So this is the decision that I made, right? Boom. Fast forward. At that point, right, I knew what it was. But I'm like, okay, we can come back from this. We can come back from this. And he's back to selling me dreams, selling me, oh, I'm gonna get it together, man. I was just distracted. I had some other bills I had to pay from some other arrangements. Woo, woo, woo. Only thing that could have, communication could have did that. You could have spoke to me. You could have talked to me. That would have handled that right off the bat. And there's nothing communication wouldn't have been able to handle. You did not do that, and going forward, boom, that's another red flag, right? Poor with bills, poor communication. I mean, I felt like he had like narcissistic behavior because when I brought this stuff to his attention, he did not want to discuss it. He was more so like turned off from it, right? Didn't want to chop it up. Cool, no problem. Fast forward, we're still in this dragging relationship. Here's another pivotal point. Let's normalize not staying connected to a relationship because of history. Not staying connected to a relationship because we want it to work. Not staying connected to a relationship because we see something in this person, right? Because what we see ain't what they are, right? It'll never be who they are. We're trying to repaint a motherfucker and doctor him up to where we need him to be. The potential that you see in him is never going to be his potential because it's what you see in him. It's not something he sees for himself, right? So he's trying to live up to how you see him. Again, that's a representative. It's not who that person is or who she deems herself to be, right? So, with that being said, right, draining. You see, I had to take a deep breath because the whole relationship was literally draining. So pay attention to the red flags. Normalize not staying in the situation longer than expected. If you know it's not for you, it is okay to walk away. It is okay to choose you. I wouldn't give a damn if you was in this relationship for 6 months and y'all didn't plan to get married. Walk away if you feel like it's not healthy for your soul. It's not what you need, So that was another thing. And then, it just was going sour, and it was dwindling after that. I didn't see it recovering. So then, of course, he started cheating and the whole line. And pay attention to the red flags when you know a man is about to cheat. They start washing their ass when they never was bathing. They start clipping their toenails when their toenails used to grow over the edge of their fucking skin, cutting and bleeding, corns, never even took care of themselves. Well, when they start wearing and buying expensive cologne and trying to dress up to impress the next female, when they start just doing irrelevant things, when they start coming in the house being super nice, wanting to buy you nice stuff. Oh, babe, how are you? Never did this shit before. This is the representative of a motherfucker that ain't shit, that is cheating. Period, point blank, poo. You feel me? Now, I'm not sitting here saying that every relationship does not come with bullshit, because it does. You as a person, again, have to use your discernment. Secondly, right, you choose what you're willing to deal with. Everybody's going to bring baggage. Nobody's perfect. You can't sit here and bullshit me. Oh, I'm this. I'm so high quality. I'm top tier. I'm perfect. You're bullshitting and you're a liar, and I can't really bang with people that are not authentic. You know what I mean? I know I'm flawed. I know what my flaws are. I know what keeps me, from really pursuing a relationship. Right now, I'm comfortable with being by myself, and that's some scary shit. I am so at peace with just being alone. So try not to get in that space where you're so at peace with just being alone, just being in your space. Like, you don't even want a motherfucker come in your space, you're like, when you leaving type shit. Try not to do that. But back to the story at hand. Pay attention to the red flags. Don't stay in a situation where it ran its course. It's okay to walk away. We don't have to beef because you're not for me. We don't have to beef because we didn't see this thing all the way through. Actually, we probably would be better off as friends. Did we explore that before engaging in a relationship? You know what I mean? Because I know now, like, anybody that I have dated in the past, that I'm extremely cool with niggas now. Like, it was never like, it was more intense when we were together than it is now. Like, that song by Usher Raymond? Like, yeah, we better as friends. We cool as hell as friends. But in a relationship, no, absolutely not. Terrible partners. So be mindful of that. Are you that terrible partner? It's not always the other person. Can you take accountability, for your poor decision making? Are you ignoring the red flags because you painted this mother lover out to be something he ain't or she ain't? Another red flag where people get in a relationship, right? So fast forward, we in this relationship, he's now cheating, right? Because now I done did all this stuff to him, he done did all this stuff to me. We don't trust each other. The trust is out the window. The shit is going, There's no saving this shit. It's just a point of no return. Now he's at a point of cheating, right? Now it's your health is at stake. I mean, you got to really consider, how is he moving and who is that person humping? And it's just unsanitary. It's disgusting, So that was a thing too. I was more so worried about my health. I'm like, is he being reckless? At first, I was like, oh man, he's cheating, woe is me. But I was hurt. Like, I felt like this man had crushed my soul because I had given so much of myself emotionally that I deemed that I would never do that again. And then I allowed this man in because he told me that he was different. He showed me the first few months that he was different, right? A person can't hold a mask up for so long. It's gonna start sliding. The little ribbon that's supposed to hold it on your head, that's gonna start sliding. Everything is going to expose itself, right? So pay attention. Don't accept some things you're not willing to accept. Again, everybody comes with flaws. It's what you're willing to accept, what you're willing to deal with. Is this person worth the headache? But just be mindful. People will play in your face. They'll play with you like you're a damn fool. But also, you gonna play in your face like a damn fool when you be ignoring them red flags. Stay safe out here. So don't shoot the messenger that you then shot the messenger down that you missed the message. I don't know who needed to hear this, but y'all be mindful out here that we not ignoring red flags all to say we got a relationship. All to say, oh, I'm married. All to say, oh, this is my partner. Yeah, they don't even be worth all that. Really love yourself. Loving yourself is knowing when not to accept the bare minimum. Loving yourself is to know when to walk away to choose you. People are so comfortable with giving the bare minimum that it looks normal. I'm not okay with the bare minimum. Don't bring that shit to me. And the fact that a person could even try to play in my face to pretend that I would accept the bare minimum. Clearly, you have no idea who I am. I am a force to be fucked with. See, I play stupid, right? I play crazy. I play retarded. Whatever people want me to be, right? Until they actually have a conversation with me and we sit down and we could talk for hours about any and everything, right? But as long as people thought, they'll take your kindness or weakness. So be mindful now. Use your discernment, right? In the meantime, between time, when I was in a relationship with this guy, God showed me. He showed me the signs, right? If you're getting up in the middle of the night, jumping out your sleep in the sweats, and you're having nightmares, that's a sign that something ain't right. Get up, pray about it, lay back down, right? Because this is what I was doing. That's how God revealed everything to me. I knew what he was doing. I knew what my man was doing the entire time. The entire time. Because in my sleep, I had dreams. You know how men joke, you had that dream again. That's not funny. It's really a thing. God will come to you spiritually in your dreams. Pay attention. Quiet the mind to get the message. Quiet the mind to hear, to see clearly. And I would wake up in the middle of the night sweating. I would have visions of this man leaving me on the beach with a woman and her child, and I'm calling him, and he's walking away, and he's getting further away. Like, these are visions that I would have in my sleep, and I would wake up angry and sad and hurt. And he would turn over to me and say, "You had one of them dreams again, huh?" But this was God telling me. Because I said, God, show me if this man is not for me. Lord, give me a sign in my DMX voice. I said, I really need to talk to you, Lord, because the last time we talked, the walk wasn't hard. Like he said, so be mindful. God said, come talk to me. When y'all will need answers, don't go to man, go to me. He showed me. He showed me my dreams. He showed me visions. And I knew what that man was doing the entire time. And I still stayed. Now, do I blame him for the heartbreak? Partially. But I can also blame myself because that was a choice. That's all I'm saying. It was when God shows you these visions, don't ignore them. When he's waking you up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, get your ass up. Understand what he's trying to tell you. He's giving you the signs. He's showing you. If you're asking, show me, he's showing you. So just be mindful. I don't know which one of my peoples needed to hear this. I love y'all. Stay tapped in.